Welcome back, everybody. This is Cosmic, and in the last part we unlocked Geo and did a bunch of stuff with pirates, and in this part, as you can see, we have a worthless lump on the floor, and Bud appears to be sick. So, I accidentally started this before I had saved, and then I went back to save, and so, I believe I might have accidentally started the quest, but if you talk to Lisa, she'll say, Bud is ill right now, maybe we should talk to the Fruit Fortune Lady. So, the Fruit Fortune Lady is the lady in Domina. I mentioned that she can be useful for some quests, and I believe in this quest, she's actually required. So let's head over to Domina, and, start our quest up. Now, it's important that if you have done a quest, and this quest will only unlock, or this quest will only be available if you have Geo on the map somewhere. And, if you have a quest that you haven't talked to your cactus about yet already, I would not recommend starting this quest right away until you've done that, unless you don't care. So let's go talk to the Fruit Fortune Lady. Want your fortune told? Yes. 10 lucre I'm saving for my retirement. Yes. Round we go. Potassium, pomegranate, magnesium, sulfur. Polyphenol. You should look up what polyphenol is. I don't even think that's a real thing. I think she's just making it up. It says a cactus will save the sick child. Remember, sick kid. Oh, they're good for disgust me. Auntie likes her clothes, very good taste. I'll see. Audio Encyclopedia. That lady is crazy, but she's also crazy in a good way, because we're going to be visiting her bedroom later. Heyo. No, we're actually going to be visiting her house later. She was talking about something that we are going to have to deal with at a later time. Right now we are trying to save a small child's life. And, I mentioned that the pirate quest that we did in the last part was this game's equivalent of the trade quest. And then I forgot about the quest that we are currently on. And this quest is a huge pain in the ass, and I remember doing it as a kid and hating it. I didn't really hate it, it was just annoying to me because the cactus upstairs got up and ran away. Little cactus. So now Bud is off to the wicked spells he wants to try out. I'll be alright, but I'll take a break from adventuring for now. What was I trying to say? I was trying to say something. Oh yeah. You'll see why this quest is kind of annoying, and if you don't find it annoying, I went to ask Gaius how to make a potion. So we are going to basically be following in the footsteps of the little cactus, trying to find where he went. And why? Because we hoped, dear Jesus, that he is safe. Jesus Grandma, mind you, not the regular Jesus. Although I think that Jesus Grandma probably is the regular Jesus. So let's go to the Luon Highway. And this quest actually might end up being pretty short, because I'm sure I'm going to cut a lot of this out. Because it's basically just me traveling. It's going to be me traveling across the land, searching far and wide for a little cactus that has lost its way. And it's going to be me traveling to places that I've been to before, and once we get to the people that we need to talk to, I will obviously cut back in. Nicolaji Canyon Side. It's named after me. My name is Nicolaji, and I like candy. I like candy. Boop doop 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 doop. I'm itching for a lawsuit. Boop doop 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 doop. I'm gonna sing now. Boop, doop, 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 doop. Then I'll stop abruptly. So that was fun. That was a fun time for all of us. Gaius, let me talk to you. Welcome, my children. Come closer. What if I just said no? What if I just left my cactus out in the middle of nowhere? Nicolaji, your friend the cactus stopped by to ask me to... It's Selkie. Oh, God, Selkie. I'm like totally Selkie. Do you want to learn how to get the fairies to not make you lost in the forest and then get lost in the forest anyway? So we need to now go track down Selkie, which is in the forest, as I just mentioned. So I'm going to continue to sing my songs to myself. Luckily I will spare you from that, and I'll just cut ahead to when I get to the forest. So here we are in the jungle, and if you just talk to the psychokinetic guy, you can go to the forested ruins, where Selkie will be pleasantly waiting for us. Oh man, this quest is pretty lengthy. She's like Selkie. Little Cactus stopped by. He said the sorcerer had fallen ill from the way he shouted Brownie. So we need to go find Brownie. Now, she mentioned that all sorcerers get this illness, and Brownie is a sorcerer, so we need to go to where the sorcerers hide, which is the city that we may or may not have just unlocked. I'll give you a hint. It rhymes with Shmeo, or a certain character who is the one. That was a weird noise. Someone just squeaked something. No! What am I doing? So that's the Chobin Hood. I never mentioned this, but you can also find certain humanoid pets. Obviously the Chobin Hood isn't quite feral, but it's also not quite human, so it is humanoid. And if you find them in certain areas, you can have them as pets, and you can set them to graze, and it's also, it's hilarious. Seeing a little Chobin Hood running around your fucking farm, it's hysterical. I don't know why, a friend of mine, like, wanted the Chobin Hood as his ally. I don't know what his deal was. But anyway, we need to go to Geo to talk to Brownie. Now, the reason why, obviously now I know what I'm doing, so it's not quite as big a pain in the ass, but the reason why I hated this quest so much when I was a kid is because, they don't freaking tell you who Brownie is. And what's even worse is that you would expect a certain thing from this Brownie fellow, but he's not what you would expect. And I'll make a note of that once we get to him. But for now, we just need to go to Geo and take in the wonderful music. And observe the statue of Gilbert. He lost his job at Affleck for making terrible jokes about tragedies, and now he's lost his life at Lifetownville Field. So here we are in Geo, heading towards the Academy of Magic. Now, I don't know if you recall, but I mentioned that this kid was important, and the reason he's important is because it is the one and only Brownie. He actually mentioned that he's still standing. It's because he almost died due to this sickness. Now, the problem I have is that his name is Brownie, so in my childhood mind, I feel like in most people's mind, they would expect Brownie to be one of the kids wearing a brown cloak rather than a blue one or a green one because his name is Brownie. I feel like that's just game mechanics 101. So I ran around everywhere looking for that asshole. And then he sends you off to find David. Who the fuck is David? But luckily, I had done the quest with, in Medora's Beach with the pirates, the penguins, and I remembered that David was one of the penguins, so I think, oh, where are the penguins? And I think, oh, the SS Buccaneer. Now, what they don't tell you about David is that he looks exactly the same as every other goddamn penguin. I don't mean to sound racist, but it's true. So you're basically just scouring this entire ship for one frickin' penguin, and it's just ridiculous. Now, I'm not going the right way. It's annoying, and there's actually one other annoyance that I'm going to talk about once we get there, which I believe will come up after we talk to David. Who I believe is... Am I heading towards Putty? I think I am. I think I'm going the wrong way. I think this is David. Are you David? Yes, you are. He wanted a potion, so I let Amulet take him home, but I don't know if they made it. And when I was a kid, good lord, I had never even heard of Amulet before. I was desperately trying to figure out. Also, it didn't help that I had never gotten off the ship before. I didn't know that you could talk to the captain and tell him that his ship sucks and he'll let you off. So I was still stuck wandering this ship, wondering where the hell I'm going, how the hell do I get off. We're in the middle of the fucking ocean. I'm scared out of my wits because I'm a little kid and I need an adult. Leader of the pirate pigwits, ain't she a beaut? No, ship is not beaut. So I feel like, I don't know if we have the encyclopedia of characters, but we might, and if we do, you could probably go home and figure out who Amulet is that way. But I'm just going to tell you and save you some time. Amulet is actually the pelican that delivers mail to people. Couple episodes ago, we dealt with her when Diddle stuck a stamp on his forehead, got himself sent to the Luon Highway. So we need to go talk to her and ask her what she did with our cactus. Because this quest isn't actually as long as I thought it would be, but unfortunately the way that I have to sit while I'm recording this is giving me a terrible neck pain, so I'm probably going to have to stop this recording session after this part. Which, I mean, I had no plans of doing the next quest anyway, because the next quest is kind of long. Little cactus, he hurt me, sharpened my mouth, but you know what? My job is... The mail! Put him in the box, oh, all done. So now, after all of that time, we can just go back home to our mailbox and find our good buddy, Lil Cactus, and call it an episode. As I was saying, the next part is kind of long. It's not long in the sense that it actually takes a long time, I think. It's long in the sense of this quest being long, in that you have to go everywhere and you have to keep coming and going and coming and going. But it will involve a certain someone who is our friend, and I will be doing a certain something to that certain someone that is absolutely hilarious and not at all what you're supposed to do. But it still works out in the end, and I don't want to really spoil too much more of that, so I'm just going to leave it at that. And speaking of leaving it at that, hello, Lil Cactus. I got potion. Well, aren't you special? Lil Cactus, oh, he's adorable. Until he shoots 1,000 needles at you. And then you're just out of 1,000 health. So, as we always do, we just finished a quest. So now we can go talk to our Lil Cactus about the quest Lil Cactus. And see what he has to say about himself. I bet you he thinks he's just the bee's knees. Does he even have knees? I don't think he does. And Bud's back up and walking. Too bad we do not need him anymore. So let's talk to Lil Cactus. Talk to him. So that's going to do it for this episode. I've been Cosmogoosin, and I will see you in the